How do we know there is a God? If God didn't create us, then where did we come from? What is our beginning? There are ideas floating out there about where Earth came from. Was it a big cloud in space? Was there an explosion at the cloud that caused the Earth to form? And also form the atmosphere. You know, the atmosphere that has the sun, the stars in it. And also, what about the things that are here on Earth? The trees, the oceans, the flowers, the mountains, and rocks even. Other planets out there in space. And what about us people and the animals that are here on the Earth? Have you ever seen the aftermath of an explosion? Can you really believe that things come together because of an explosion? I mean, when I've seen an explosion, I mean, I haven't really actually seen one, but, you know, when I see an explosion on TV, you know, the aftermath is always destruction, not creation. So the theory regarding an explosion near a cloud, it just absolutely does not make sense. And this is what we are taught, and this is what some scientists believe. Scientists believe this. And on the other hand, there's another train of thought, which is, you know, I'm part of that train, and that's why I'm talking about this today. A lot of people, including myself, believe that the Earth was a well thought out plan. A plan that was created, this Earth was created to be inhabited by people, by beings, which we are people, formed in the image of its maker. This creator, he has a book, and he's given this book to his creation in hopes that they would read it and understand, you know, who he is. Try to understand how he thinks and why we're here. And this book is given to us and it gives us the history of where we came from, because everyone wants to know their beginning, right? Their history. So this history book is what we have. It's called the Bible. I know a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, but have they really read it? Have they really tried to understand it? And maybe if they read it and they got nothing from it, maybe because they are looking at it from a worldly aspect and not a spiritual aspect, and maybe they need to, you know, there is an ideal that we need to pray before we read it, because it is a sacred book, and it is something that we need guidance on, because we are so far removed from God. And I get that from reading the book. But this book is supposed to be read daily so that we can get to know our Creator. We're supposed to ask Him for help when we read it so we can understand it. So if you're trying to read it without God's help, you might not get a good understanding. Have you ever tried reading the Bible and didn't understand it? So it's probably a good idea to ask God for help next time, you know, through prayer. That's called praying. It's called talking to God, and He truly wants to answer your prayers, and that is one prayer that will get answered for sure. He'll help you reading that book. But God thought of everything we would need and made sure we had it. Air, food, water, even employment in a garden. But, you know, none of this could result from an explosion. So I wanted to read Genesis 1, where it talks about all these things. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And guess what? There was light. I added some of that myself, but yeah, it does say there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Now, most people think a day starts in the morning when the sun comes up, but not according to the Bible. The evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let me go back to that. The reason for that is so that we would be able to tell when the day began and when the day ends. We don't have to have a clock. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. See, we're learning about where the days come from and how long they are and how they start and how they end. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And guess what? It was so. And God made two greater lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that has life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, here's the best part. God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea. We were put in charge, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. Our Creator wanted us to be like him. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Do you know meat stands for food in the Bible? This is what God gave us to eat, the herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. He didn't say animals. He didn't. And I'm not suggesting that you change your life, but this is what our Creator says, and to be the best and the healthiest we can be, this is what He gives us in our manual to run our bodies and our manual how to live our lives. But and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. These are the things he gave us for food. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So that's the first chapter of the Bible. And that's not very hard to understand, is it? We learned where the days came from, where the week came from, how long a day is supposed to be, what kind of food we're supposed to eat, and how long it took for the creation of this earth and everything in it. And where we got everything we basically need: air, food, water, sunshine, sunlight, how the day and the night were created, because God just spoke and it happened. So we don't need thousands of years he didn't need thousands of years to create stuff, and neither did he get tired from doing it. He just spoke and it happened. So here we are, Genesis chapter 1. And I thought it was pretty good. What about you? Come back and listen to Genesis chapter 2 when you're ready. Take care. I'd like to see you coming back. Have a great day. Bye.